Puri Madhavendra Puri Vara Shishya Vara Shiyeshu Ishvara Puri Mahaprabhu Shri Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nahe Anya Rupanuga Janera Jivana Vishwambara Priyanka Shri Swarupa Damodar Shri Goswami Rupa Sanatana Rupa Priya Mahajana Jiva Raghunatana Tada Priya Kavi Krishna Dasa Krishna Dasa Priya Vara Narottama Seva Para Jara Para Vishwanatha Sa Vishwanatha Bhakta Sata Baladeva Jagannatha Tada Priya Shri Bhakti Vinoda Mahabhagavata Vara Shri Gora Kishora Vara Hari Bhajani Te Jaramo Shivar Sabana Vivada Sada Sevya Seva Tara Daita Dasanama Prabhupada Antaranga Shri Swarupa Rupanuga Shri Keshava Bhakati Pragyana Gaudiya Vedanta Veta Maya Bharatamanta Gauravani Prachara Chadama Pracharilo Gauravani Bhakati Vedanta Swami Parayalo Prabhupada Kama Kesha Priya Mahajana Vamana Narayana Gauravani Tare Pranadhana Ei Savari Jana Gaurangera Nija Jana Tare Rauchiste Morakama Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara Guru Parampara Guru I think actually we should just do just select bhajans instead of doing like
Oh, really?
yeah.
Will Dee Dee be okay with that? That's how she likes us to do the gun?
She actually prefers that's what we do on Sunday,
Oh.
but I haven't been doing it because
So the Quran is for the weekdays, yeah?
yeah, very sick.
Would this help you where you are?
Yeah, we will. Definitely, yeah. Okay, so does anyone want to sing a Vaishnava song then?
I'm gonna sing one.
You want to sing?
I'm gonna sing one for Nityananda.
Okay. I want to sing one for Radha, please. Okay. You want to sing that one? Yeah. You want the harmonium?
No. No, thank you. Too much to figure.
Gotta get a break.
I gotta practice that.
Yeah. That's how I practice too. I only know how to play on some things.
Okay. Okay. Page 44. You want to grab a few? Thank you. Okay. Do you know how to play the mridanga? Can you play the drum? Epara karuna karo Vaishnava Goshai Epara karuna karo Vaishnava Goshai Patita Pavana Toma Binike Hona
Kaharani kate kele Pap dure jai Kaharani kate kele Pap dure jai He Mona Doyala Prabhu Ke Bhakta Pai Prabhu Ke Bhakta Pai Gangara Parasha Hoile Pashate Pavan Gangara Hoile Pashate Pavan Darshane Pavitra Kara He Tomara Gun Pavitra Kara He Tomara Gun Haristane Aparadhe Tare Harinam Harista Radhe Tare Harinam Tomastane Aparadhe Nahi Koedan Radhe Nahi Koedan Tomara Hridaye Sada Govinda Vishram Tomara Hridaye Govinda Vishram Govinda Kahena Mama Vaishnava Para Govinda Mama Vaishnava Para Pratijanme Kori Asha Charane Raduli Pratijanme Kori Asha Neraduli Narotame Kara Daya Apanaraboli Kara Daya Aboli Ebara Karuna Karo Vaishnava Gosai Bara Vaishnava Gosai Patita Pavana Toma Pineke Honai O Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur O Vaishnava Goshai, be merciful to me now. You are the savior of the fallen souls. Except for you, there is no one who can deliver me. Where can one find such a merciful personality by whose mere proximity one sings to go far away? One becomes pure by touching the Ganga, but your quality is such that merely by seeing you, one is purified. Offenses committed at the lotus feet of Sri Hari are absolved by Harinam, but for offenses against you, there is absolutely no means of deliverance. Sri Govinda is always resting in your heart. Govinda thus says, "The Vaishnavas are my life and soul. In every birth, I aspire for the dust of your lotus feet. Be compassionate to this Narottam Das and consider me your own."
Thank you. Can you do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Page 60.
Page 60. Is that close enough?
A little closer. Okay, right. Akruda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Akruda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagare Bedai. Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagare Bedai. Adama Patita Jivel Dware Dware Gia. Adama Patita Jivel Dware Dware Gia. Harinama Maha Mantra Jichena Bilaya. Harinama Maha Mantra Jichena Bilaya. Page 60. Jare deke tare kahe dante trinadori. Jare deke danta trinadori. Jare deke tare kahe dante trinadori. Amare kaniya lo bologora hari. Amare kiniyalo bologora hari. Bologora hari. Bologora hari. Gora hari hari bolo. 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 Bolo hari hari bolo. Gora hari hari bolo. Bolo hari hari bolo. Ito boli Nityananda Bhume Gadi Gaya. Nityananda Bhume Gadi Jaya. Ito boli Nityananda Bhumi Gadi Jai. Ito boli Nityananda Bhumi Gadi Jai. Sonara Parvata Jenu Dulate Lotai. Sonara Parvata Jenu Dulate Lotai. Dulate lotai, dulate lotai, dulate lotai, dulate lotai. Sonara Parvata Jenu Dulate lotai. Dulate lotai. Ino avatare jara rati janan milo. Ino avatare jare rati na janmilo. Ino avatare jati rati na janmilo. Lochana bole se papi. Lochan bole se papi. Elo aragelo. Lochana se papi. Elo aragelo, elo aragelo, elo gorahelo, elo aragelo. Lo chan bole se papi elo aragelo. Akruda Paramananda Nityananda Rai. Pranamananda Nityananda Rai. Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagare Bedai. Nagare Bedai. Nagare Bedai. Nagare Bedai. Abhimana Sunya Nitai Nagare Bedai. Tag Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. The noble Nityananda Prabhu, the personification of supreme transcendental bliss, is never angry. Devoid of all false ego, he wanders throughout the town, going from door to door among the residents of the lowly and fallen souls. He freely distributes the Harinama Mahamantra. Holding a straw in his teeth, he calls out to whoever he sees, "Please purchase me by calling out, Gora Hari!" Speaking in this way, Nityananda Prabhu rolls on the ground, appearing like a golden mountain tumbling in the dust. Lochan Das says, that sinful person who has not experienced the awakening of attachment for such an avatar simply comes and goes in the endless cycle of birth and death. Nitai Gaura Hari Hari Bo.
Sake kalaya goram utaram. Sake kalaya goram utaram. Nindita hataka kanti kalevara. Kavata mara kamaram. Mara kamaram. Nindita hataka kanti kalevara. Hataka kanti Kavita mara kamaram. Sake kalaya goram utaram. Madhukara ranjita malati manjita. Chita gana kunchita keshan. Tilaka vinindita shasharara rupaka.
Sake Kalaya Goramudaram. Sake Kalaya Goramudaram. Madhu Madhura Smita Lobita Tanu Britam. Anupama Bhava Vilasam. Niduvana Nagari Mohita Manasa. Vikatita Gara Gara Sham. Vikatita Gara Gara Sham. Sake Kalaya Goramudara. Sake Kalaya Goramudara. Parama Kinchana Kinchana Naragana. Karuna Vitarana Shila. Shobita Durmati Radha Mohana. Namaka Nirupama Lilam. Namaka Nirupama Lilam. Shobita Sake Kalaya Goramudara. Sake Kalaya Goramudara. Nindita Hataka Kanti Kalevara. Nindita Hataka Kanti Kalevara. Kavita Marakamara. Kavita Marakamara. Nindita Sake Kalaya Goramudara. Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari. Jaya, oh Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari. Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari. Gaura Hari. Patita Pavan Sachinandan Gauri ki jai. So beautiful. It is his nature to distribute mercy to those souls who are utterly destitute. We're so fortunate. Okay, I can start from the beginning. Oh, my dear friend, just that line was so like, wow. Oh, my dear friend, just think about the magnanimous Sri Gauranga, whose bodily luster rebukes the splendor of gold and who smashes the pride of Cupid. His curly locks, which defeat the splendor of dark rain clouds, are adorned with malati flowers, surrounded by delighted honeybees. His tea-lock insults the beauty of the moon, and his attire enchants the whole world. His smile, sweet like honey, allures all embodied beings. His pastimes are filled with unparalleled sentiments of pure love. His mind is captivated by the heroine of Nidovan, as he utters indecipherable words in a choked voice. It is his nature to distribute mercy to those souls who are utterly destitute, having no wealth other than Krishna and service to him, as well as to those who hanker for material possessions. His incomparable pastimes have thrown this foolish person named Radha Mohan into confusion. Shri Radha Mohan Das ki jai.
Gandharva Sampratanastakam. 275. 275 together. And then okay. Where's Chai? She wanted to do those. Krishna Deva. 343. Krishna Deva.
Chaitanya Shakti.
Krishna. That makes sense. So Krishna Deva. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Manasa Marukara Madhvaya Nijapada Pankaja Makarande. Hey Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Yadyapi samadushavidyapi pashyati natavad nakagamaricim. Shavidyapi pashyati natavad nakagamaricim. Idami chami nisham yatavajuta tarapi kripa bhuta vichim. Amatavajuta tarapi kripa bhuta vichim. Hey Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Bhaktirudan Chadiyadyapi Madhava Natai Mamatila
Vyapi Madhava Natoi Mama Dila Madri Parameshvarata Tarapatavadika Durgata Gata Navidadri Tarapatavadika Durgata Gata Navidadri Hey Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande Ayam avilo tadayadya sanatana kalira bhuttara sabaram Natana kalira bhuttara sabaram Nivasatu nityamihamrita nindini vindana madari masaram Hey Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande 341 Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya 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 Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Ramadadadati Radhana Veshe Harinas Gutta Vrinda Vipineshe Radhana Veshe Harinas Gutta Vrinda Vipineshe Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Vishabhanudari Navasashi Leke Lalita Saki Gunaramita Vishake Navasashi Leke Lalita Saki Gunaramita Vishake Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Karunam Kurumai Karuna Barite Sanaka Sanatana Vanita Charite Karuna Barite Sanaka Sanatana Vanita Charite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. 289.
289.
Can I do for Santi? Can I? That one and then Namami Nantam. Yay! 275 first. We'll do this one together. prasida. Ha devika kubarat gadaya yavacha. Yache nipatya bhuvidvandvaruba utariti. Asya prasadam abudasya janasya kirpa. Gandharvike nijagane gananam videhi. Shame Rama Ramana Sundarata Varishta. Sundaya Mohita Samasta Jagajanasya. Shamasya Vama Bhuja Padutanum Kadaham. Tamindira Virala Rupararam Bhajami. Tvam Prachade Namodaya Chavina Pidaya. Manjira Mukta Charanan Chavidaya Devi. Kunje Rajendra Tanayena Virajamane. Naktam Kada Pramuditam Abhiriyeshe. Kunje Prasuna Kula Kopita Kelitope. Samvistayo Madhura Nama Vilasa Bhajo. Lokatraya Bharanayos Charanam Bhujami. Samvaya Yistati Kadaya Vayojanayam. Tat Kundaroda Shivilasa Parishamena. Swadembo Chumbi Varanam Buruashriyovam. Vrindavaneshvari Kadatarumula Bhajo. Samvidyayami Chamari Chara Chamarena. Linam Nikunja Kuhare Bhavati Mukunde. Chidjai Vasuchitavati Ruchirakshina. Ugnam Bhuvanaya Chayeti Mishara Santvam. Agre Vajendra Tanayasya Kadanuneshe. Dagdurake Kotuke Rajaraja Sonom. Jitwan Madhamathikadar Bhavikashi Jabam. Pulali Biranula Ujayamana. Stotram Kadana Bhavati Mavilokayeshe. Yakopishosta Vishabhanu Kamarikaya. Samprathanasta Kamidam Patadi Paranam. Sapreya Sasamedya Jite Pramoda. Tata Prasada Lahari Murakuroti. Vrindavane Viharato Iha Keli Kunje. 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 Jaya Radhe 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 Jaya 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 Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe 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 Jaya 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 Shri Radhe. 289. 289, and then right after that, we'll go straight into 285. Gonna play. Okay. Who's playing cartels? You play cartels, please. Oh, you're. You play cartels, please. Okay. Suchada Vakta Mandalam Sukhanarana Kundalam Suchachitanga Chandanam Namami Nandanandanam Sudhirane Chapankacham Shikandamodajam Ananga Koti Mohanam Namami Nandanandanam Suniskrikamuktikam Swachandatandapangikam Navabudanga Chikanam Namami Nandanandanam Karena Venuranjitam Gati Karendra Kanjitam Dukula Pita Shobhanam Namami Nandanandanam Tribanga Deha Sundaram Nakaduti Sudaram Amularana Bhushanam Namami Nandanandanam Sugandaranga Surubam Urovira Jikostubam Spurat Shivastalachanam Namami Nandanandanam Vrindavana Sunagaram Vilasanugavasasam Surendra Garvamochanam Namami Nandanandanam Prajangana Sunayakam Sadasukapatayakam Jaganmana Palovanam Minandanandanam Shinandanandanastakam Paterya Shadayanvita Tarer Bhavad Vidustaram Labhitarang Riyukmanam Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam Nandanandanam Namami Nandanan 285 Munindra Vrindavandite Triloka Shoka Harini Prasana Vakta Pankaje Nikunja Bhuvilasini Vajendra Banarandini Vajendra Sunasangate Kadakarisha Sihamam Kripakataksha Vajanam Ashoka Vriskavalari Vita Namanda Pastite Pravala Vala Palava Prabhanurangi Komale Valavaya Spurat Kare Prabhu Padalaye Karakarisha Sihamam Kripakataksha Bhajanam Anangaranga Mangala Prasanga Pangora Pruvam Savibramam Sasabramam Jiganda Banapatani Nirantaram Vashikrita Pratitina Danandane Kadakarisha Sihamam Kripakataksha Bhajanam Tadit Survana Chambaka Pradipta Gaura Vigrahe Mukha Prabha Parastako Tishara Dindu Mandale Vichit Chita Chita Sanchara Chakora Shavalochane Kadakari Shasihamam Kataksha Bhajanam Madon Madati Yovane Pramoda Mana Mandite Priyanuraga Ranjite Kalavilasa Pandite Ananya Danya Kunjara Jaka Makeli Kovide Karisha Sihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Ashesha Hava Bhavadhira Hira Hara Bhushite Prabhuta Shata Kumbha Kumbha Kumbhi Kumbha Sustane Prashasta Manda Hasa Chana Pona Sokya Sagare Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Mrinala Vala Valari Taranga Ranga Dolate Latagda Lasya Lolani Lalochana Valokane Lala Lulan Milan Manogda Mukamo Lashite Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Survana Malikanchita Chireka Kambukantage Trisudra Mangali Guna Chirana Dipti Diditi Salala Nila Kundala Prasuna Chakumpite Harishasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Nitamba Bimbalamba Mana Puspame Kalagune Prashastarana Kinkani Kalapa Madhya Mandrule Karindra Shunda Dandika Varo Asoba Koruke Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Aneka Manchaladumag Nupurara Vaskalat Samajara Jaham Savam Shanikvana Tigoruve Vilola Hema Valari Vidam Vicharu Chankrame Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Ananta Koti Vishnu Lokanama Padma Jajite Hiram Japulo Maja Vidincha Javara Prade Apada Sid he did a Sad Padangulina Ke Karisha Sihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Makeshvari Kriyeshvari Swareshvari Sureshvari Triveda Bharateshvari Pramana Shashaneshvari Rameshvari Kshameshvari Pramodakananeshvari Vrajeshvari Vrajaripe Shirarike Namostute Iti Mamadbhutam Stavam Nishamapanunandini Karotu Santatam Janam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Paveta Daiva Sanchita Chirupa Karma Nashanam Paveta Davrajendra Suna Mandala Praveshanam Kadakari Shasihamam Kripa Kataksha Bhajanam Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe
Namamishwaram. All together? Okay. Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Jashoda Biolukha Ladavamanam Paramrishamadyan Tatadruta Gopya Hrudantam Muhurnetra Jugmang Mirjantam Karamboja Jugmena Satankanetram Muhusvasakampa Trirekhanka Kantha Stitagraivandamo Daram Bhakti Bhadham Iti Drik Salila Virananda Kunde Swagosham Nimachantam Akhyapayantam Tadiyashitagneshu Bhaktirjitatvam Puna Pramatastam Satabriti Vande Namamishwaram Sachirananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhajamanam Vairam Deva Moksham Namoksha Vaidimva Nachanyam Rineham Varishadapiha Vapurnatha Gopalabalam Sadame Manasya Virasam Kimanye Namamishwaram Sachirananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhajamanam Idam te mukham bhajam avyaktanir Vritham kuntalai snigda raktaischa gopya Muhuschumbitam bimba rakthai dharame Manasya virasam alam lakshalabhai Namamishwaram Sachirananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhajamanam Namo Devadamo Dharananta Vishnu Prasiddha Prabodhaka Jalabdi Magnam Kripa Drishti Vrishati Dinam Bhaitanu Grihani Shama Magya
सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भजमानं कुबेरात्मजो बधा मूर्त्याैवाद्याद्वात् त्वयमुचिता भक्ति भजकृता च तथा प्रेमा भक्तिं स्वकाम्ये प्रयाचा नामक्षे ग्रहो मेस्ति दामोदरेह नममीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भजमानं नमस्तेस्तु धाम्ने स्फुरद्दीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदराय यथा विश्वसधाम्ने नमो राधिकाय त्वदीयप्रियाय नमो अनन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नममीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भजमानं जसोदपियोलुखलाधवमानं परं दृष्टमत्यन्ततधृतगोप्ता दामोदर राधा दामोदर दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर दामोदर राधा दामोदर जय यशोदानन्दन जय नन्दनन्दन यशोदानन्दन जय नन्दनन्दन हरि बोल 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 Last second. Jaya. Next Mahamantra? Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, thank you. Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Agyanam timirandasya Gyanam janasalakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave. Can you make it louder? Gurave Gauda Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalai Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namah Yang Prabrajantam Anupetam Dagrityam Dvaipayano Virahakataravajjuhava Putreti tamayataya Taravo Benedus Tang Sarvabhutaridayam Munimanatosmi Bhaktya Vihina Paradalakshay Chiptasya Gamari Tarangamadi Kripamaita Sharanam Prapadam Brinde Namaste Charanaravinda Tavoivasmi Tavoivasmi Najivami Tamvina Iti Vidyaya Radhe Tamayanam Cha Angashamalim Chatabirabito Mandi Kritendi Baram Jadyam Jagudarochisam Begadatam Padambarasya Sriya Vrindaranyanivasina Vidila Sattama Biramodaram Radha Skandani Veshito Jalabhajam Ayanaddhavaodara Tayamadamodaram Kripayati Yadi Radha Padida Sheshabada Kema Paravashishtam Pushti Maryadiyorme Yadi Vadati Chakinchit Smeraha Soditasri Dvijavadamane Panktya Mukti Shoktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekara Smeraha Samurali Manohara Radhikara Sikamam Kripanite Swapriya Charana Kinkari Kuru Prananaka Vrishabhanu Nandani Srimukhabjara Salola Satapada Radhika Paratale Kritastitam Tam Bhajami Rasikendra Shekhar Dashane Trinam Bibo Partaye Bhajanandra Nandana Astu Mohan Kavati Ballabha Janmati. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Asto to the Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Asto to the Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to our grandfather gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj and Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates and to all the assembled devotees. And the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus, or my Shiksha Gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhav Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Ban Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj. So there's no really new people here today. So I was going to speak a subject basically for them as an introduction to our usual questions and answers. But then I think, since pretty much everybody here is somewhat experienced in Krishna consciousness, the same subject applies. So here we go. So this topic is based on this little booklet called The Way of Love. This is or it could be titled The Only Way of Love. So the ancient Vedas, Veda means knowledge, the supreme source of knowledge coming from our ancient Indian wisdom books, were written and compiled by great self-realized souls who were melting for compassion for the suffering souls of this world. So they knew that, and also those who followed in their footsteps who were also self-realized souls who come down to distribute that knowledge to the present day. They knew that the basic cause of suffering is one, which is lack of awareness, who to love, or where to repose our love so that everyone will be happy. So I could paraphrase, but because Srila Prabhupada writes in such a poetic way, we're gonna hear directly from him some things about learning how and who to love. He said the basic principle of the living condition is that we have a general propensity to love someone. No one can live without loving someone. That propensity is present in every living being. From even the animal, such as a roaring tiger, has that loving propensity, although it's in a dormant stage. And it is certainly present in human beings. The missing point, however, is where to repose our love so that everyone will be happy. I remember once at the New York airport, all the devotees were, as usual, waiting for Srila Prabhupada to come out of that, where you get off the plane, then you walk in a long hallway, then everything opens up into the big lobby. So we were all in the big lobby, chanting wildly, waiting for Prabhupada to come out. And when he came out with a big smile, he said, same thing. We have to know where to repose our love so that everyone can be happy. If you love one, then you can't love another. So therefore, if you can love Krishna, then you can love everyone all at the same time. At the present moment, the human society teaches one to love the country, or the family, or his personal self. But there's no information about where to repose the loving propensity so that everyone can become happy. In the primary stage, the child loves the parents. Then he loves extended relatives, brothers and sisters. And as he daily grows up, he can love his larger family, then society, community, country, and gradually up to the human race. But still, the loving propensity is not satisfied. No one is satisfied in his claim of loving humanity. The loving propensity expands just like a vibration of light or air expands, but we do not know where it ends. So then he explains that that loving propensity is fully satisfied when one engages that loving propensity in the Supreme Being, known in the Vedas as Krishna, meaning all attractive. Then, he said, and everyone can see this now, anyone who goes on the internet, has a newspaper, goes on your computer just to answer an email, but all the news comes up. We have failed to create peace and harmony in human society, even by such great attempts as the United Nations. Why? Because we don't know the method for peace and harmony. But the method, he exclaims, is very simple. If we learn how to love Krishna, then it's very easy to immediately and simultaneously love every living being. It's like pouring water on the root of a tree. You can try to show your love and desire to nourish that tree by pouring water on the leaves and the branches and the trunk and the flowers. But what happens? The flowers get molded and the tree never gets really watered. Or the analogy is given of the limbs of the body. If we really want to nourish all the limbs of the body, then we put the food in the stomach, and then the energy is distributed. This is universally scientific. It's not possible to water the tree by watering any part of it, or by giving food to any limb of the body, like this or like this. So what is the root cause of all dissatisfaction? And then I'll blame everything under and over the sun as being the cause of my dissatisfaction. The root cause of all dissatisfaction and the root cause of all sense of incompleteness is that we fail to connect with the complete whole, or our dormant loving propensity has not been fulfilled despite our great advancement in the materialistic way of life. Missing the Supreme Self means missing oneself also. Get that? We're just lost. We can't connect with our own self if we're not connecting with the Supreme Self. That Supreme Self, the Supreme Soul, the soul of all other souls, without whose love we wouldn't even exist. If he didn't have a loving form, then we would not be existing. We also wouldn't have a form. People claim that God is qualityless, either that he doesn't exist, or he exists without qualities, without a form, without mercy, without love, without power. If that was so, then us being part and parcel of him, we would also be without qualities. And being without qualities, you cannot exist. So then he gives an example. Seeing oneself in the morning means that you can see the sunrise too, right? Can you see yourself in the morning without seeing the sunrise? No. Without the sunshine, no one can see himself. So relations of the soul, established in relation to the Supreme Soul, is actual relation. And only by that can one soul relate to another soul. Otherwise, trying to see somebody else in the darkness, say at midnight, we can't. We depend on our relationship with the sun in order to have a relationship and to see another person. Seeing in the darkness is not seeing. So Mukhi, please stand up and dance in the back. Seeing the sun means seeing everything else. So Prabhupada is explaining and assuring that there's just one switch that you turn on, and then it immediately brightens up everything, right? One switch in the temple, all the lights go on, everybody can see everything. And then he tells us history. There was once a very beautiful king, beautiful, young, like everything anyone would want to be. His name was King Bhatrahari, and he had an equally beautiful young wife. And naturally, if one is a king, he's going to be very rich. So he bought this necklace, which would be today worth millions of dollars. And he very lovingly gave that necklace to his wife with great affection. So his wife loved the commander-in-chief of the king, the commander-in-chief of the king's armies. So out of her love, she gave the necklace to the commander-in-chief. And the commander-in-chief loved a prostitute. So with his love and affection, he gave that very expensive necklace to the prostitute. And who did the prostitute love, Haridas? The king. So out of love and affection, she gave that necklace to the king. Naturally, the king was horror-struck. And he said to her, "Tell me where you got that necklace. If you tell me, I won't give you any harm. Could you sway over there? But if you don't tell me, I'll have your head." Naturally, she told him. It was the commander-in-chief. Then he went to his commander-in-chief, infuriated. He said, "Tell me where you got that necklace. If you don't tell me, I'll have your head." So, naturally, being very frightened, he told the king that it was the queen. So without saying another word, without thinking anything, he left his kingdom. He realized that there's no real love in this world. So he left everything, he went to the forest, and he became famous as a great renunciate and spiritualist. So that's the thing. The only real love means, or even if one has a family and wants to love the family members. So there's a difference, Gurudev explained in Badger, between affection and attachment. Attachment means that I want to have a so-called loving relationship with that other person for my sense gratification, to exploit them for me. And affection means that I'm thinking of the spiritual welfare of that other person, and I'll do whatever I can to facilitate that. So, just I urge everyone who hasn't already read The Way of Love to read it. And because this is mostly a Q&A session, I'm going to ask if there are any questions. Yeah.
Dandavas. Didi, I would like to ask, when preaching to someone that talks a lot about the importance of self-love, and sometimes, uh, the importance of self-love.
Who,
and
the preacher or the?
No, when you're preaching to someone and they tell you that it's a lot about self-love, but you're trying to explain to them that self-love has to be separate from the false ego. But is there a real self-love, or how can you explain it to someone as someone that needs to preach to them that the self-love cannot be mixed with false ego, but is there a real self-love, or like how could I explain that to someone?
That can be answered in a few different languages, a few different angles.
Okay.
One is that in the Bhagavatam, Prahlad Maharaj, the child saint, of course. So he uttered a verse, Nate vidu svarta gatim hi Vishnu. Everyone wants to be selfish. Selfishness is completely natural. But no one knows what is his self-interest. Like, again, we can go back to the example of the root of the tree. If I water the root, then all the leaves and branches are watered. If I feed the stomach, all the parts of the body are nourished. So if I'm part and parcel, let's say my hands, this is a new analogy. My hands are all part and parcel of the whole body. So this hand wants to benefit by, it has food in its palm, and it wants to benefit by the food. So to have self-love, nourish itself. So it can hold the food, but nothing happens, except the food gets all gooey all over them and drips down. Or it can give the food to the other hand for brotherly love and try to feel satisfaction in that way. But until it puts the food in the stomach through the mouth, then it can't really show any real love for itself. So then another way to look at that is, what is myself? I want to love myself, that's great. But who is myself? Again, we'll go back to myself is part and parcel of the Supreme Self. So I serve, if the hand serves the body, then the hand is automatically benefited. So it's very good to want to have self-love. I just need to know who myself is. Is that all right? Okay.
Thank you.
Any other?
Can I ask one more?
Sure, particularly in relation to this subject.
It's someone asked me to ask this to you, so it's my uncle, and he wants to understand, when do you know the limit of how involved you must be as a spiritual master with your disciples when they ask too much of you? Like, when is the limit of how much dharma, how much is your dharma to help them, and when is the limit to the involvement of their lives?
Did everybody understand the question? If one is a spiritual master, how does the spiritual know what his boundaries are in helping a disciple or just anyone in the world? Correct? So I can tell you something that Gurudev said. Don't bring your fights to me. Like, this guy did that, and this brahmachari did that, and that one said that to me, and this guy doesn't know how to practice Krishna consciousness properly. In fact, if you don't mind getting the Harmony book, there's a funny and sad story about two brahmacharis who ran out of the kitchen, both holding like the sticks with the fire and threatening each other. And Prabhupada said, don't bring these kinds of questions and problems to me. Am I a court? I have not come here to sit in court. If you want to fight it out, duke it out with the other one, then you can bring that to a court. And another kind of question he complained about was, my wife left me, what should I do? That kind. All right. So, once during the Navadvip Parikrama, 2 disciples of my Gurudev were quarreling. Taking burning sticks of wood from the kitchen, both were bitterly arguing. Someone came and told Gurudev, "Oh, they're quarreling so much. Please somehow make them stop. They won't listen to anybody." And so Guru Maharaj said, "Let them quarrel. They should quarrel. And after that, they should go to court and file a court case. I'm not a judge. I've not come to sit in court and decide about worldly things. I've not told them to quarrel. I told them that those who want to do bhajan of Krishna will follow the principle, Trinada Pisunichena." You know that verse, of course. One should be more humble, one who is more humble than a blade of grass that's been trampled on by others' feet. That is, the grass doesn't pop up and say, "Hey, you just stepped on me." More humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. If you throw rocks at mangoes to get the mangoes to fall, that tree will give you the mangoes. It won't retaliate. The tree itself will never ask for water, but it always gives its fruits, its flowers, its shade, everything to others. So one who is more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and ready to offer all respects to others. He is a qualified person to continually chant the holy names of the Lord, which is the way to become free from all offenses. You know, you're in front of the deities, Jai Govinda, so you can cover your mouth when you yawn. That's one of the rules. Okay, thanks. All right, so, I would teach them how to take the numbers back. Like, he did this to me. So that was number 3. Or that was number 2. What was number 1? Did he do it for no reason? Or had you said something to him? So I would take it like that, because if one studies this book, the Harmony book, then we can see there's one subsection in here called what was that? I cheated them first. No one can cheat us unless we cheat them first. Or even if we didn't cheat them first, we cheated someone, and then we're getting it back through another person. Do you know the story of I told it a million times because Gurudev told it, and it's in this book. I'll just tell it really quickly. There was a lady, pure devotee, self-realized, and she had a son who was about 9 or 10 years old. She would earn her living by begging, and she would always engage in her deity worship. So she sent her son out early in the morning to pick flowers for the deity worship. While he was doing so, very early in the morning, he didn't see that a snake was coming. The snake bit him and he died. There happened to have been a hunter passing by, and the hunter, you know the story? The hunter knew the art of snake charming, so he said some mantra, and the snake went into his basket, closed the basket, brought the basket to the mother with the son, thrown over his shoulder. And as soon as his mother saw that, she started wailing. So he told her what happened. He said, "Please give me an order to kill the snake. She said, oh, will that bring back my son? No, it won't. Well, then don't bother killing it. But then, if I don't kill it, it might bite somebody else. No, that's okay, don't kill it. So he really didn't care what she said. So he took his knife ready to slash the snake, and all of a sudden the snake, you know this one, Yanma? The snake started talking and said, don't blame me. I've been in this bush for years, and I haven't bitten anybody. It was Kal, time, that bit him. So all of a sudden Kal, personified time, appeared, and he said, don't blame me. It's true that the time had come, but it was the time for him to taste the fruits of his previous activities, because in his past life, he was a boy, and the snake was a boy, and he killed the boy. So then the boy came back as a snake and killed him. So nothing happens to us unless we deserve it. And in fact, if somebody's becoming a devotee and has taken shelter of Hari, Guru, and Vaishnavas, then that aspiring devotee can think, I should have had this happen to me, but instead, that small thing happened to me. My arm should have been lopped off, but instead, I just got this little cut on my finger, so I'm not going to complain. Does that make sense? Does that answer the question about boundaries?
In the second part that you mentioned, that
If somebody asked me, what do I think about Trump, for example, that's out of my pay range. That I don't do. I say, ask me what I think about Krishna, what I think about Krishna in relation to Maya, what I think about the universal creation. I could tell you a lot. Yes, you were going to say?
And the part where you were going to mention about the relationships, when someone comes to you asking and telling you about how they're suffering in a relationship.
Oh, suffering in a relationship.
Yeah, that you were mentioning it, that when the disciple comes telling how they're suffering because of their wife, or how should one act in that case?
Does that have something to do with the boundaries, or?
Yes.
Oh,
you were going to
the
mention
person
it.
is asking
Yes.
sincerely, if I'm having a problem with my wife or beloved, what do I do about it? All right, well, let's go back to the way of love. All feelings of satisfaction, dissatisfaction are not due to my wife, if I'm reading the way of love, but it's due to the fact that I'm trying to repose my love where nobody can be happy. Not me, not my wife, not anybody. Or maybe she's feeling that I'm trying to exploit her. Maybe she doesn't like the way I look at her. So maybe I could ask her. And maybe I'm not helping her in her Krishna consciousness. Maybe I'm trying to engage her in sense gratification. It could be a million things. But the basic cause of dissatisfaction is that I'm not reposing my love in Krishna. So if I immediately do that, then all my relationships will improve. With my wife, with my boss, with my kids, with anybody. So just by saying that, Shamrani, doesn't mean that I can do that right away to love Krishna. But if I think that I want to and I know that's the cause, then I can go to my wife and say, excuse me for blundering, for not reposing my love in Krishna and not assisting you in that, or whatever the case may be for the particular disagreement. Does that help?
Yes.
So if I can answer something in a Krishna conscious way, then I can have any problem put to me. Is that any other? Or is that it?
Thank
Or you want more clarification?
I will ask my uncle, and if there's any other doubts, I will ask you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes.
Quick question. When a karmi approaches me and asks me what's a good proof or evidence for Lord Krishna being the Supreme Lord and being God, what's a good simple evidence to give them? Is there archaeological evidence I can point to, or what is a good thing to say to defend my faith?
All right, everybody heard the question? Okay. So how do you prove that Krishna is God, basically?
To a karmi.
Yeah, to a non-devotee. All right, so number one, whatever we say, it will have more or less effect depending on two things. Our realization, like when a pure devotee gives an instruction or says something, the reality is impregnated into the person who's hearing by that self-realized soul. He can change hearts. He doesn't even have to say anything. He can just look at them. But I do want to answer your question. I'm not trying to skirt it. So then it also depends on my level of purity in speaking. I can say the same thing as a more realized person. And then it also depends on the person's sukritis and sanskars. In other words, there's a verse in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu, Bhaktis tu Bhagavata Bhakti Sangena Parijayate Sat Sangha Labhyate Punbir Sukritai Purva Sanskritai. After many, many millions of births of pious activities and good sukritis, good spiritual meritorious activities, then one comes in serious contact with a pure devotee, and by that contact he also becomes a pure devotee. So depending on his accumulated sukritis, he'll be more or less receptive to you. So now let's get to the specific evidences. So in any government, or especially the American government, at least in the past, there has been three, branches, but checks and balances systems. There's the judiciary, there's the legislative, and the executive. And they all three check and balance each other so that no branch can become a dictator. That's the theory. So similarly, there's a checks and balance system in knowing what is the truth, knowing what is God, and so forth. And so that is Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. The scriptures say who is God. Is that backed? Are these bona fide scriptures? Let's see, are these scriptures backed by Guru and Sadhu? So my Guru tells me something, like the Guru of Bali Maharaj, when Vamandev, who's Vishnu himself, came and asked for 3 steps of land from the king. So then he said, okay, I'll give you 3 steps of land. I could give you a kingdom, but since you only want 3 steps of land to do your bhajan, all right, I'm giving them. And so his Guru said, his Guru's name was Sukracharya, he said, no, don't. He's Vishnu in disguise, and he'll take everything. You're the king of the whole universe, all the different planets, he'll take it all away. So then Bali Maharaj quoted from scriptures and from saints why he can't take back his word. Why, especially if he's Vishnu, why shouldn't I? I mean, I've been learning my whole life to do sacrifices for the satisfaction of Vishnu, and now you're saying don't? So anyway, because he did the checks and balance system, he was determined in the right way. So, great saints and sages, like there are 12 Mahajans, Brahma, Shiva, Prahlad, Bhishma, and others, and they all conclude, and then you can read the scriptures about them, they all conclude that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Krishna was here on earth, he performed superhuman activities. Now it depends on if the person is going to believe you or not. And this is written in the scriptures by great self-realized souls like Vyas. And what is the big deal about a self-realized soul? he has these good qualities. He's not attached to sense gratification. He doesn't have the 4 defects, like making mistakes, number 1. Number 2, cheating. Number 3, subject to illusion, like thinking I'm the body. And 4, imperfect senses. In other words, I have imperfect senses. I cannot see through a piece of paper. I think somebody's, I'm hearing the click of the kitchen door. I'm thinking, oh, I wonder if that's a new guest. Oh, no, it's Sarada. So I have imperfect senses. So a liberated soul doesn't have imperfect senses. And so what he says is going to be, I can believe him. So there's many, many ways to look at it. So Krishna showed superhuman activities when he was present on earth. At only 7 years old, he lifted a mountain. Now people think, well, God is not a person. Never mind Krishna is God or not God. God isn't a person anyway. Why? Because a person is limited. So if Krishna has a form and it stops there, and it stops down there, and it stops here, and it stops there, then he's going to be limited because they don't understand the nature of transcendence, that spirit has a form and at the same time it's unlimited. So, you can hit it from so many different angles, depending on the receptivity of the person. Like you, what's your name? How do you know? Let's go back that your name before you met Gurudev. Huh? Justin, okay. Where'd you get that name? All right, from your mother. Why do you believe your mother? It's the way of things. If you don't believe your mother, if she's not going to be accepted as authority, you have no other way to know your name. Similarly, the Vedas are considered Veda Mata, the mother. And the mother tells who is the father. All the Vedic literatures and other scriptures as well, they also hint. But because of the various audiences, like Lord Jesus, he's talked about in this book, Way of Love. When he went back to his country, he said, there's so many things that I could say. He knew about Krishna because he went to India and he studied in Jagannath Puri with the priest there, in Vrindavan and Ayodhya. But according to general degradation of the sound, like even in Navadvip, holy places that were called something like Mayapur, then gradually it became known as Miyapur. So gradually the name became Christ, which is fine also because Christ means the anointed one and Krishna is always anointed with tilak. But because Lord Jesus was speaking with non-believers who were inimical towards him to the point where they killed him, he said, there's so many things that I would want to say to you, but you wouldn't be able to digest it or bear it, so I'm not saying it. So I'm just saying there is a kingdom of God. God is the Father. So he could only hint. In the Muslim religion, people were sleeping with their mother. So he couldn't give the exalted philosophy that Krishna could give Arjuna. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, he told Arjuna, because you're never envious of me, because you're my devotee, I'm going to tell you everything about me, about the supreme truth. But in the Muslim religion, they were sleeping with their mother. So what could the Muslim scripture say? Don't sleep with your mother. But they didn't have to say that in the Vedic literatures because they already weren't sleeping with their mother. So they could go on to higher topics. Like take me here. I see one of the devotees and all I say to her is comb your hair. Because she's not combing her hair, and so my mind goes there. If she would have combed hair, then I could go on to something a little higher. Got it? Is that satisfactory?
Yeah, any archaeological evidence that you could point out? I heard Lord Krishna's footprints all over Vrindavan and social
Krishna's
media.
footprints are all over Vrindavan.
Like In
There's,
rocks?
there's places called Charana Pahari. There's two holy places called Charana Pahari. One where his footprints, both where his footprints are there, and another one, Lucky, where near there where his flute is also impressed. Because when Krishna would walk or sing and dance and play his flute, even in Vrindavan, even the rocks are persons, and they all melted with ecstatic love when Krishna walked on them. So, yeah, so Krishna walked up the mountain, and so the footprints went this way, but then they became rocky again, and then it didn't go the other way. So, yeah, that's archaeological evidence. There's so many others.
And Dwarka, there's like remnants of Dwarka.
Dwarka, there's remnants in the sea. They found there's even remnants of the bridge. After millions of years, there's remnants of the bridge that Ramchandra walked over to get to Lanka. There's still there's a hill in Saki Parvat where there's a slide that the gopis used to slide down, and they had red alta, the red footlac that the Indian ladies decorate their feet with, and if you rub it, the red still comes out, even after 5,000 years. So there's so many. There's a grinding mortar, there's bowls carved into the rocks where Krishna and his friends used to take lunch. So many archaeological relics.
Okay, thank you.
My question is, earlier you mentioned how if someone is suffering due to a relationship, it's because they're showing love in an incorrect way. So can you clarify? So earlier you mentioned how if someone is suffering due to a relationship, it's because they're showing love in an incorrect way. So can you clarify what is incorrect versus correct and give some examples?
Incorrect way, if you will, is that I'm watering the leaves and branches instead of the root. The incorrect way is that this hand gives the food to this hand instead of putting it in the mouth for the stomach. So the only way to satisfaction in anything, in any relationship, or just with myself, is if I learn where to repose myself in such a place where everyone can be happy. So if love is based on the body, then it has to be based on exploitation, and it's temporary. If love is based on the soul, then it's real love. Like, again, if I try to see you in the black, if I turn off all the lights and shade all the windows, and I try to see you, I can't, because I can only see you via the light of the sun. I forgot what I was going to say.
Light of the soul.
Yeah, light of the soul, light of the super soul. If I see you in relation to your relationship to Krishna and my relationship to Krishna, and I know that you are a servant of Krishna, a daughter or a son of Krishna, and you belong to Krishna, you don't belong to me, then I have no right to exploit you or engage you in anything but Krishna's service. Does that make sense? Okay.
And then follow-up question. The story you said earlier about the king and the expensive necklace, how can we apply the learnings from that to modern day life?
Well, in any modern, ancient, any life, he was giving all of his love to his wife, not to God. So he couldn't help his wife to be God conscious, right? Because he didn't have it. And so she was also the same lusty kind of person that he was, but her lust wasn't directed to him. Lust is, Arjuna asked Krishna, what is it that makes one act? Even like against his will, he's like forced to do it. And Krishna said, it is lust alone, Arjuna, which is the all-devouring, sinful enemy of the world, which burns like fire that is never satisfied. If you try to satisfy a fire by giving it more fuel, I know you love fuel. Here's fuel. So calm down. It'll just get more and more raging. So similarly, we can't satisfy lust by any material endeavor. And then lust always turns into anger. And then anger turns into bewilderment, loss of memory. And then one totally loses himself. You know, the typical example is the painting from our old Gita. I miss those old paintings. You have it? Huh?
Which one?
All right. It's the one with the zigzag, huh? No, it's the one where girl meets boy. Like the first picture is pink. The first picture is pink. And he sees this girl, huh? He sees this girl. He sees this girl and there's so many pink flowers everywhere. And, you know, he's gone mad in love for her. And then it gets a little, then the next slot gets a little more red. And then, you know, they're touching faces and they're in love. And then the next section, she's with another guy, and then his face is like that. It's just really a zigzag pictures of faces. Then he gets angry, and then he shoots the guy, and then he gets all bewildered. And, how did I get myself into this? So the verse is, by contemplating by contemplating the objects of the senses, one develops attachment for them. From attachment comes anger. From anger comes frustration, bewilderment, illusion, and then one falls down into the material pool. You have it? Perfect. If you can control lust by engaging in Krishna's service. So here's the guy. He sees the girl. Can we put that on the camera? Then he approaches her. Can you see? He approaches her. Then they get close. Then he sees that she's standing with another man. And then he gets mad and he shoots him. And oh, you God, what did I do? And then he goes mad. Like that. Let's show that to the camera. And show it to you also. So if we change our lust to love of Krishna, then we can help everybody be happy. What was your original question?
The original question was the story about the king and the
Vajradhari.
necklace.
How do we see that in modern times? Exactly the same. If I'm on the material platform, then I'm on the platform of action and reaction. I'm in the world of karma. So I'm bound to get my karma from my past activities. So if I hurt someone in the past, I'm bound to be hurt by the same person or by someone else. Like the story of the saintly lady who had a son who died by a snake bite because he killed the snake who was a boy in his last life. So if I can see philosophically, then I can know what to do. I can learn how to serve Krishna, how to treat others in relation to bhakti. Does that help?
Thank you, Guru.
Nothing left over? Nothing not clear?
Yeah, that answered my question.
Okay. Yes.
I understand I understand why it's not good to criticize even like persons who are like politicians, for instance. But on the other hand, like there's a chapter in Bhagavad Gita, the divine demoniac natures. Clearly, it states there, like, you know, someone is like thinking, I am perfect, powerful, and happy, and things like that.
So many enemies I've killed, and I
Yeah.
will kill my next one.
And so, someone knowing this, at least they should not endorse them or praise them in social media and things like that. So that's what people don't understand, why it's being done by people who should know better. So
I'm not exactly sure of the question.
that if someone, it states clearly in the Bhagavad Gita that if someone is like a racist, someone is a misogynist, someone is thinks it's okay to grope ladies in the streets, at least you should be wary about voting for somebody like that, right? Doesn't that make sense?
So are you criticizing the people who are outwardly in favor of supporting bad people?
I'm saying
You're
that,
wondering why they do that?
I'm saying that it's not good to criticize because there's nothing you can do. Like it's
Don't
everything
waste
is,
time criticizing the government.
right.
Okay, so
But at
next.
least you should,
At least don't support them.
right.
So what's the question? Or
Would
it's
you-
just a comment?
It's doesn't that make sense that the devotees wouldn't they shouldn't be involved in, like, saying, well, they may be demoniac, but boys will be boys, yeah.
There are many kinds of devotees. There's devotees who are 1% a devotee, 99% a confused non-devotee. There's devotees who are 50% devotees. There are devotees who are 100% devotees. So as much as someone is a devotee, to that percentage, to that ratio, he knows what to do and what not to do. If one is taking shelter of serious devotees, then he may have the intelligence to inquire. I've been supporting this person who is not a good person, because at least he's better than the other person, so I've been voting for him. Is that good to do? He would have the intelligence, the wherewithal to inquire. So there is as many people as there are, that's how many types of devotees there are. You can encourage them to see the right way, that don't waste your time. In fact, in the book, what book was that? Upadeshamrit. One of the activities that destroy bhakti is prajalpa, village talk, a talk that's not about Krishna. And reading newspapers and discussing them is also, or politics is also in the field of prajalpa. So if you wanted to help them, you could explain how Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev explains that these type of things destroy bhakti. There's many angles that you could approach that.
That's good. Sometimes people they wonder why Krishna allows things to happen that like.
Why do bad things happen to good people? Why does God allow that?
Yeah.
So is that a question?
Yeah, like
why, you want an answer?
Not a blade moves without the sanction. It seems like a lot of things are happening that would be better that they didn't happen. But you can, yeah.
Prabhupada explained that if a boy, say if he wants to smoke, says, Daddy, I want to smoke. Don't smoke, it's not good for you. I really want to smoke. Don't smoke, it'll hurt you in this way, but I want to smoke. All right, so smoke, but I'm giving you this very complicated accounting system that you have to do. So finally the child realizes it's not worth it. So he gives up the smoking. So Krishna said, don't come to this material world, but he's also giving independence. So by misuse of independence, we choose to come to this material world, which is made in a certain way. Like quicksand is going to be quicksand. Tar is going to be, melted tar is going to be melted tar. You walk on it and it's like a tar baby. Every step you take, you go deeper into it. Anything you do in the quicksand, you're going to go deeper into it. The more you struggle, the more you go into it, right? So, similarly, we're being warned. That's why we have book distribution. That's why we have kirtan. That's why we have the temple. That's why we have the pushadam. It's to warn people that don't go in that direction. Hey, not only that, we have a really good, happy direction for you. Also, it's the nature of the material world. It has threefold miseries. Also, it's the nature of Kali Yuga. People are already eating people, but that's going to increase as Kali Yuga increases. There's a foretelling in the 12th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. What's going to be the symptoms as Kali Yuga progresses? We're only 5,000 years in, and we have 427,000 years left to go. It's going to get so bad. And then people can also become worms. How do you like that one? A maggot. You can become a maggot. Why did God make a place where we can become maggots? It's the nature of this place. Nature of a prison is going to be unhappy. You're not going to get all the kind of comforts in a prison. Don't go to prison. Be good. And there's a way out. Just become Krishna conscious. Just love Krishna and you can get out of the whole mess. There is so many histories of people who got out of the whole mess and they were in really big messes. Like Jagai and Madai, so many. They became great saints. Even these people tried to kill Nityananda Prabhu. They were dacoits and they were worship of Chandi, like Kali. And so they wanted to kill Nityananda and not only kill him, but they wanted to take his jewels because sometimes he wore very valuable jewelry. So they decided, okay, tonight we're going to do it. And so, but then they saw there were guards, big sentries at the door. Big, majorly big guards at the door. Okay, this is the wrong night. Let's try tomorrow. So then the next night they just kept running and running to get to the place. And they found in the morning that they were in the same place. Same thing, they were running all night to get to Janava Devi, to kill her, because people were worshipping her instead of Chandi. And then they found they were in the same place. Then another night, they all of a sudden there was a big storm, and they fell into ditches, and the ditches were full of lice, and they became blind, and they were bitten by all kinds of insects. Then finally they realized, and maybe this is a mistake. Maybe he's a great holy man. Maybe he's God. And so they all surrendered to him and became devotees. So there are instances of people switching in a short time by the mercy of the Lord. And then when we get a reaction, it's going to be a summary. Okay, any other last? Yeah.
Would you please clarify on what is called the golden age of Kali Yuga, and that it happens because of the appearance of Lord Chaitanya, and when it starts, or when it started, and when it ends, and how it changes the progression of the regression of human society?
Did everybody understand the question? Yes, yes? All right, so Kali Yuga is going on its way. So in a river, there are waves going in a certain direction. And sometimes there are little rivulets going the other direction. In Satya Yuga, which is millions of years ago, there was a age of goodness where people lived for millions of years. 100,000 years. And everyone was in goodness. But there was a demon named Hiranyakashipu. And he was killing people left and right, torturing, and he had so much power. He could change seasons. So that's going in the other direction. So similarly, Kali Yuga is going in a very, very down direction. We can see it. Just turn on your internet. And then there's Lord Chaitanya came 500 years ago and brought the Sankirtan movement for spreading love of God. And so much is changing now because of that. And then that will go on for a while till there's no pure devotees no pure devotees manifest to keep the golden age going. And then people, if they live for 12 years, it'll be a ripe old man. You can read about it in Srimad Bhagavatam.
So has that golden age started?
It certainly started. It started with the advent of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years ago.
And then when will it end?
I just mentioned when, gradually.
But when will that happen?
I don't know.
Didn't it start
Yeah.
with Lord Krishna ascended to Vrindavan after the hunter?
That was before Kali Yuga. She's asking the golden age when Kali Yuga will be illuminated.
But Kali Yuga started.
But it'll gradually keep coming to an end. But as long as the disciplic succession is there, powerful disciplic succession, then it's stopped.
So
We don't realize how powerful pure devotees are.
It's like counteracted. The effects of
Kali Yuga are counteracted
by the
presence of the pure devotee. Right.
So will Kalki still come?
Kalki is coming in this age.
Okay.
Does he kill everybody or just the bad people?
Yeah. Bad people. No. What? Kalki, does he come? He doesn't come in this age. Because Mahaprabhu came.
Yeah, that's what
That's right, it's my mistake. Because Mahaprabhu came, Mahaprabhu is the avatar for this age of Kali. Usually Kalki is. But because, what is that song? That song, no, Young Kali Rupa. Is that about Danya Kali? Which is the kirtan about Danya Kali?
That's
Kejabi K. Yeah, so we generally have a kirtan after the class before prasadam. So how about if we sing Kejabi K? And so if you don't have a songbook, raise your hand, and Radhika or Purnamasi will bring you, or Haridas will bring you a songbook. And then we'll read the English. All right, so Sita, would you like to lead that because you discovered it? Wait, we're not all ready. So I don't have a book, do I? No, I have a book. Page what? Does everybody have a book? Anybody not have a book? Okay, what page?
Page 73.
Great.
के जाबी के झाभिरे भाव सिंधु पार
के जाबी रे
भाव सिंधु पार धन्य कली जुगे रचे भाव सिंधु पार के जाबी रे আমার গৌরাঙ্গের ঘাতে আদান খেয়াবা আদান খেয়াবা
Okay, it's good. It's good.
आदान के आवा अजय धान धातुरा वदी परा आदान के आवा भलके जाबी के जाभिरे भाव सिंधु पार के जाबी के जाभिरे हरि नामेर नखा खानी श्री गुरु कंधरी श्री गुरु कंधारी हरि नामेर नखा खानी श्री गुरु कंधरी संकीर्तन के रोयलो दुबाहु पासरी दुबाहु पासारी संकीर्तन কে যাবি রে ভাই ভাব সিন্ধু পার কে যাবি সাবা জীবা হইল পাই প্রেমের বতাসে আজ প্রেমের বতাসে সাবা জীবা হইল পাই প্রেমের বতাসে সাব জীবা হইল পাই প্রেমের বতাসে আজ প্রেমের বতাসে পাই দিয়া রহিলা লছান পাই দিয়া রহিলা লছান আপনার দশে আপনার দশে পাই দিয়া রহিলা লছান কে যাবি রে ভাই ভাব সিন্ধু পার কে যাবি রে ভাই ধন্য কালী যুগের চৈতন্যাবতার ধন্য কালী যুগের জয় গৌরনিতাই 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 জয় গৌরনিতাই জয় সচ্চিদানন্দ গৌর হরি সচ্চিদানন্দ জয় গৌর হরি Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Oh, Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Oh, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Oh, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh, Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana. Jai Jai Radha Ramana, Jai Jai Radha Ramana. Oh, Jai Jai Radha Govinda, Jai Jai Radha Govinda. Oh, Radha Govinda, Jai Radha Govinda. Jaya Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara. Radha Damodara, Radha Damodara. Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai. Radha Rani ki jai, Maharani ki jai. Chalo बरसाने वाली की जय जय जय, बोलो बरसाने वाली की जय. हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल. हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Oh, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol. Shri Tai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Yes.
Who will go, O brothers, across this ocean of material existence? This age of Kali is blessed due to the descent of Sri Chaitanya. A free ferry boat operates at the port of my Gauranga. Even the old, the blind, and the crippled are crossing over. Harinam is the boat, Sri Guru is the helmsman, and the upraised arms of the Sankirtan party are the oars. All jivas are crossing over by the favorable winds of Prem. Only Lochan Das, due to his own fault, has been left behind. Jai Ho.
So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to turn lemons into lemonade. How? Because the city has taken away all of our parking places, parking spots that aren't for our personal two places, the men's ashram and the temple. So how do we want to, so less people are coming. So how do we want to turn that into lemonade? Vasanti suggested that we do more namhat, which is ask the devotees, the guests, first timers, 10 timers, if you'd like to have programs at your homes. All you would have to do, you wouldn't have to spend a penny. All you would have to do is call your friends. Well, first let us know that you're going to have it, or first call your friends to assure that, like, many will come, friends, relatives, work associates, and then let us know that it's a go, and we'll stamp the date, and then we will bring all the prasadam, we will bring the kirtan. You can sponsor it if you want to, but you don't have to. Trying to make it easy for the lemonade to be made. And then let Vasanti know, and then it can happen. And if you want, we'll have a discussion, a Q&A with your friends, and it'll be a nice festival night. Weekday, weekend, doesn't matter, except Friday night. Friday night, we have here, the Friday night, but we could also split up the group. If Friday night is your only night, some devotees could stay here, and a few devotees can go there. So, anyway, as many as you possibly can. The limit would be 200. Okay.
Still parked across the street. This is a bit far. Like across the street. That
It's far.
It's far.
It's far unless somebody has so much greed to get here, to be here, that it doesn't matter that he has to walk 3 blocks.
Yeah, people are lazy in Kali Yuga.
Sometimes people ride around and around and then go back home because they can't find a spot. All right, any last announcements?
We're going to take prasadam outside and run around his garden. Looks like Sharda and Chaitanya Shakti and Nirmala. Glories to the cooks. Huh? Oh, you didn't do anything? Never mind. Okay, never mind. Not Chaitanya Shakti. And we have a gift. Yeah, I guess that's it. Everyone's been here.
Everybody knows about the gift shop. Everybody knows that the best gift to give anybody on any occasion is from the boutique.
So if everyone can kindly sit outside, plates will be brought to you. So you can just go outside and have a seat. If you want to check out the boutique first, feel free. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see you outside. Haribo. Someone stop the stream. Samuki or Haridas, can you stop the stream, please? Jayananda.